This video is sponsored by the Wholeness Academy, my online beading school created to help you take your beading skills to the next level. If you've spent countless hours practicing, yet your fringe still doesn't hang smoothly, and you're frustrated by thread gaps and uneven brick stitch, check out my Fringe Mastery course to learn how to achieve professional level free-flowing fringe every time. Visit thewholenessshop.com/fringe course to learn more. Hello and welcome back to another tutorial where I'll be teaching you a beading technique using big beads so you can easily see what I'm doing. Today I'm teaching you how to bead on a loom. If you missed my last video on how to warp your loom, then you'll want to go back and give that a watch so you know how to apply your threads. As I said, I'll be using these massive pony beads, a yarn needle, and some thick thread to show you how it's done. You can follow along using any size seed bead you want or practice with big beads. This is a great way to get the hang of the technique before using smaller beads, and it's also a great way to teach your children. After you've added your warp threads, these are the vertical threads that are stretched taut on the loom. You'll want to cut an arm span length of thread for your weft thread. This is the thread that you weave horizontally through the warp threads to create your beadwork. Position the loom horizontally in front of you with the warp threads running vertically. Then take one end of your weft thread and tie an overhand knot around the thread on the far left, leaving a 4 to 5 inch tail. Create a double knot. Then I like to flip the thread around and tie another knot on the back of the double knot we've just made. Then if you need to, you can adjust the placement of the knot. Now we'll add our first line of beads. I've added 5 warp threads to my loom, which means I'll be working with 4 beads in each row. So I'll pick up 4 beads on my needle, keeping them on the needle, positioned under your warp threads, ensuring that the thread is not crossing over the top. Then you'll push the beads up to the warp threads and help them distribute between the threads like this. Using your pointer finger, push up and across the row of beads to hold them in place while you pull the needle and thread through with the other hand. Keeping the tension on the beads, thread the needle back through all the beads, almost scraping the top inside of each bead to prevent the needle from picking up the other threads within. Pull the needle and thread all the way through until it's snug. When using smaller beads, this part will require you to pull the thread snug and hold onto the tension while adding the next few rows. Keep an eye out for my next video in this series, which will be a full-length loom bracelet tutorial using size 11 seed beads, so you can see how this is done. Now we'll repeat the process, adding whatever design pattern you're looking to accomplish. To practice, I'll add in a random design with white beads. Pick up your beads and push them between the warp threads. Pull your needle through, keeping the beads in position. Then thread back through all the beads in that row and pull snug. Keep adding beads like this until your design is complete. To tie off your threads, weave your needle back through a few rows of beads, then tie a slip knot between them. Then weave through a few more before snipping off the excess. Do the same with the original tail thread, and there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure to check out this other tutorial on how to create circle dangle earrings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.